Welcome to Wildcard Wednesday, July 8th, 2009. Before I show you the card that we're going to make today and the supplies that we need to make it, I just wanted to give you a little quick peek at the new Stampin' Up! Catalog. It's just full of some wonderful ideas and great new products, and you can download this catalog plus their definitely decorative catalog on my website for absolutely free at wildcardwednesday.blogspot.com. Another feature that they're doing is having a special product on sale, a special product of the week. So make sure you check out the blog regularly. There might be some items that you've really been looking for that may go on special. Here is the card we're working on today. It's a 5.5-inch square card. I've got a lot of 6-inch envelopes left over from my son's wedding, so I thought I'd make a card of a different size today. So it's 5.5 inches square. And it's got a lot of distressing techniques that you've probably seen done with Ranger inks, but not so much with Stampin' Up! Ink. So I'm going to show you how to do that today, along with an embossed design. For this card, the supplies you're going to need are, I use the Polka Dots and Paisley stamp set. I use the Sentiment Find the Joy in Little Things. And the other stamp set we're using to emboss the design is from the garden, this big beautiful flower. A piece of Whisper White cardstock, and you're just going to cut this cardstock to 5.5 inches and then fold it in half, and that will make a 5.5-inch square. And I also use the yummy new paper that's called Raspberry Lemonade, and it just comes with such really nice paper. I love their paper because it's double-sided. For inks, we're going to be using the More Mustard and the Orchid Opulence. These, I haven't ordered the new colors yet to go with the Raspberry Lemonade paper and the new cardstock, but these colors blended quite nicely, especially when I was doing the distressed look. And we're also going to be using Versamark and clear embossing powder. Some daubers, and I'm keeping my daubers in this little medicine container. I got it at the dollar store. I think it's for holding pills. But it's a great place because you can keep your colors all separated. There's 12 daubers come in one package with Stampin' Up. We'll use a little bit of bling. So let's get started. For our first step, we're going to take our From the Garden beautiful flower, and we're just going to cover this flower up with our Versamark ink and get it ready for embossing. Now, I know you're saying, oh, we can't really see it, but just wait. Just like magic, we're going to take one of our daubers, and we're going to start with the Orchid Opulence color first. Place it on your finger like so. Dab it into the ink, and just start in a circular motion, rubbing it on the top of that embossed flower. So as you can see, we've distressed inked the purple and the More Mustard all around there, and then it's a good idea, if you have them on hand, take a baby wipe and just wipe off where the embossing was done so that that kind of pops a little bit more. And don't worry about this bottom part here, because we're going to be covering that with the raspberry lemonade printed paper. So that's kind of what our embossing will look like, our distressing, and you can do this with any stamp. So the next step, we're going to add some printed paper at the bottom. Okay, for my pieces of printed paper, I cut a piece that had the orange polka dots on it, and it also had a little hint of the purple in there, as you can see. So this piece is cut 5.5 wide by 2 inches long. And then first I'm going to show you this particular piece. If you can notice the stripes, all the different stripes, I thought for something a little bit different, instead of using ribbon, I would use one of the tiny 1/2 inch strips from here in replace of my ribbon. So I cut the one that had more of the purple tones to it. So it's 1 stripe wide, which is approximately a half of an inch. You may have to trim it because we're going to use a little piece of our hodgepodge hardware here. This is great. It lasts forever and it comes with tons of stuff. So we're going to use this particular little clip here because it's about a 1/2 inch wide. You may have to trim this to fit before you feed it in, but just do a little trimming along each side. To keep with that distressed look, I went back to my daubers and I just kind of applied a little bit on my so-called ribbon strip, just kind of all over the place. Doesn't have to be exactly even. And I took the purple one as well and just kind of tied it all in together. I just have to stamp my sentiment on here. Find the joy in little things. I'm going to just round the corners here. This isn't a Stampin' Up! Corner rounder, but it works just the same. There. And I found when I had completed this card that it just needed a little something more on the bottom. So I'm just going to add a little bit of bling on the random polka dots at the bottom. There. And there you have a lovely square card with some bling, with some distressed look on the embossing, just for a different and unusual look. So I hope you all find the joy in little things, and we'll see you next week.